Well, the day has finally arrived. We finally get a really good look at what this Harry Potter series is going to be. Is it going to be more authentic to the books, as I claiming? Is it going to be more of an honest interpretation? Is it going to really give us the full sense of the wizarding world? I press X to doubt, mainly because for a couple of reasons here. Primarily, we have the Black Snape. That's been the major controversy going around the internet for the last few months, with people just pointing out, like, why did you choose this character to race swap? Out of all the characters you could race swap, you chose this particular character that has some of the most divisive content around him by James Potter bullying him, Harry coming out, and just I have a sense of dread about this one particular character. You go ahead and do that to the one character that you should not do it to. But this is Hollywood, baby. We gotta make controversy somehow. You know what? I think how this happened is that you have some intern in the marketing department who's just like, how do we get people talking about this on social media? How do we really blow this up? It's not just as Harry Potter. I never watched the movies as Harry Potter as a kid. Why would people be interested in wizards? No. What we need to do is a race change of the most controversial figure. We can't do Voldemort because we don't want to make it seem like black people are evil. Let's do Snape because he's a dark character, but he's a hero of the books. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Sheesh, dear God, have mercy on us. Anyway, so with that, let's get into this trailer. Maybe I'm just overhyping the negativity around this trailer. Maybe I'm just going too far down the rabbit hole here. Let's take a look here at the series and see, maybe it's going to be actually something good to take a look at. So we're not going to watch a whole trailer. We're just going to kind of just take a look around here and just kind of view it. So what I do gotta say for is they do make a good job with the home life for Harry. Now, it's gray, it's dull, which I'm fine with. It's the Muggle world. It's supposed to be portrayed like this. We get to see Harry being pinned up by some bullies here. It's bad. Aunt just bullying him and cutting his hair, like not even bringing him to a proper barber, whereas his cousin gets all the good treatment and all that. So it's just a really negative home life for Harry. Now we do get to see when Harry receives a letter. Excellent. Magical moment. Doesn't really have the, I guess, brightness as you would hope it would, and that was made a point out to me by Ryan our RK Outpost. Like, when we get into the actual world for Harry Potter, like characters like Hagrid or the witches or warlocks, you don't really see a lot of changes from the Muggle world into the mystical world as we go along in this trailer here. Now, Hagrid looks good. The issue is, though, the voice for Hagrid is such a shock from what we see from the films. I'm gonna be honest here, I think you guys did completely miscasting. Like, I'm sure this guy is a phenomenal actor. It just, the voice of Hagrid is so ingrained into me that if you don't get someone that's similar to what we had in the films, I think you're just doing a disservice to Hagrid at that point. But that is just my bias. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are about the voice of Hagrid. I think it's wrong, but I want to hear what you gotta say. With that said, let's continue moving along here. We get a little bit of a look of the scar here on Harry's forehead there. We get up over here to the famous platform to get into Hogwarts. Weasley's, good to see them there. The train here, I do love the train. This is a beautiful picture of the train. I'm glad that they have that there. At least they got that right. You didn't have Professor McGonagall. I think she looks fantastic. She looks pretty good to me. You have the Sorting Hat. If you didn't tell me this was the Sorting Hat, I'd be a little bit stumped on that one because it doesn't really look like the original. But it still passes. It's a witch hat. I kind of prefer the old raggedy one that was brown, but this one still works. Then we have Hogwarts itself, and as you notice here, it's kind of dull, gray, and dingy. There's not a lot of magic or light that you'll see throughout this whole series of events here. We then have our famous Black Snape. Now, you didn't tell me this was Black Snape. Well, I presume it would be Black Snape, but you didn't tell me this character was supposed to be Snape. I'd have no idea. Like, why do we have just a random dude holding his wand going through the school? What's going on here? The fact that we know that this is Black Snape, yeah, it is what it is. Then we have Dumbledore looking great. Ron, Harry, and Hermione's first encounter on the train. So, All that seems fine. Now I kind of want to take you through what the original trailer looked like, what we are missing here, and it's kind of just in the architecture itself, really, if I'm going to be honest. Like, just looking at these shops, it's closed in, it's wonky, it's wacky. What we saw in the previous trailer for the Harry Potter series is it was kind of uniform. We didn't really see anything too outlandish, is kind of my issue there. Whereas for this one, we get to see just right off the bat, as soon as Harry goes from the Muggle world into the mystical world, we get this. And I've been to Harry Potter Universal down in Florida, and it's really spot on for what is going on here in the movie. So they did a phenomenal job. With the show, more questionable. We can just go through here. Let me play just this one scene. We didn't never get this in the trailer, in my opinion. We never got to see this kind of magical moment where it's Harry picking up a wand, he's getting the sense that he's a wizard, and it's just magic. I never get the sense of it. Like, for example, scenes like this, where the new students are coming up to Hogwarts Castle, and we get a beautiful shot of it. You don't get that in the trailer. Now, maybe I'm nitpicking. That's fair. I only saw 2 minutes of an 8-hour show. Maybe they have these scenes in there, and they're just saving it for a show. I guess, but wouldn't you want to share some of the mysticism, some of the wonder? I just didn't really feel amazed in that last trailer. Let's go take a look here. And Hogwarts. Hogwarts looks light, it looks colorful, it looks fun. We have Harry learning to pick up the broom here. Like, we even ever get to see a lot of magic being used in that trailer? I don't think we did, from what I recall from what we just looked at. Harry showing off his scar to his friends. Like, we don't get that in that scene. That was when Harry, Hermione, and Ron were all meeting up. They could at least, done a copy of that scene at the very least. Then we have Professor Snape, done by Alan Rickman. Phenomenal actor. I'm sorry that he's passed. I know that even Alan Rickman isn't an honest portrayal of the books. Alan Rickman Snape is his own type of character for the movies. It would have been nice if they would have been more honest to his character in the books, in the TV show, but unfortunately we're not going to get that. Just another character there maligning. Just, it gives you a sense of danger and wonder that I really don't think that the TV show is going to be purvey well enough, which is really sad because we've had 20 plus years for them to work on this, for them to develop, for them to think like, if we do a TV show, what is this going to be? And unfortunately, it's just quite the downgrade. Like, all these amazing scenes that we know from the movie, we just never really get to see. It's just a pity in my thought process. Now, with that said, a lot of people, including myself, are coming out on the Black Snape train, and as I said, I've already criticized this enough. I do want to share one piece of content with you real quick here.
I'm Black Snape.
The AI memes that this is going to be generating is kind of wild in my opinion. Just, if you haven't seen this music video, I'll go watch it. It's it's pretty wild, man. It's damn. They're not wrong, dude. They're not wrong. I highly recommend checking this out. It's hilarious. Of course, then you have the other Hollywood celebrities that are coming out of the woodworks to criticize J.K. Rowling. She disagrees with them on one item. She's with them on the left's agenda for everything, for the migrant issue, for everything else, except for the transgender issue. And that goes ahead and causes her to be branded as a hateful person. We have Andrew Garfield coming out here, who just watched the films recently, stating, I know it's controversial and we shouldn't be putting money in the pockets of inhumane legislation right now, though she that shall remain nameless. There are so many beautiful artists that worked on those films. I have a newfound appreciation for all the artists. Like, bruh, come on. What are you doing here, dude? Like, she disagrees with you on one topic and you're just throwing her under the bus. I will never understand that particular side of the aisle. Like, it's not even controversial. Like, boys go to boys' rooms, girls go to girls' rooms. Like, why? Anyways, I thought this right here, personally, is a perfect encapsulation of everything we've seen so far. The difference between what we saw in Harry Potter and the movie and the TV show. I just hope that the magic that we're going to be seeing in the TV show is able to be reflected into real life on the screen. I'm a little hesitant, man. I'm going to be honest with you. The characters, everything, it just feels lesser when it should be feeling more. We should be feeling more magic. We should be more drawn into the world. And unfortunately, I just can't really say I feel that right now. But again, I'm an old hack, so maybe that's on me. Now, one thing I will praise HBO and the Harry Potter series is that they're already starting the process on writing season 2. Now, a major issue that we've had with streaming services, especially Netflix is guilty of this, is that they'll go for like 2-3 years before they release another season. And it's really hard to get invested in a show when you don't have it on a yearly basis. Like, I remember growing up and watching Stargate, and it would be out year after year after year. And now we have streaming shows that we're lucky if we get a second season after 5 years. Like, okay, I get people who watch anime, you're like, hey, it's anime, man, it's the same release schedule. I get it, that's fine for anime, but over here in the West, I prefer my TV shows coming out on a yearly basis. That's how you make a great fandom, and at least they're willing to do that for us, so it's not a huge gap. So it's not going to be annual, which I don't like, but at least they're starting the process, so maybe every other year at the very least is what I'm hoping here for. Now, you only have 8 hours worth of show, you have the books. I don't quite understand why it takes more than a year to write and produce these movies, or excuse me, TV shows, but that's just me. I want to hear what you guys' thoughts are though on this entire process. Do you think that the Harry Potter TV show will live up to the legacy of the movies? Do you think they'll actually be able to portray elements of the books accurately, even though we were already seeing that they're already veering away from it, which I'm hesitant to say if there's any shred of credibility of them actually being accurate to the books. Do you feel that the Black Snape character is going to just completely take over the show and no one's going to be buying into it for that? Do you think that they're going to be able to stay on track with the release schedule for the show? Or are they going to turn it into Netflix where it's going to be 3 to 4 years out between each season? And you're going to see these kids get older and taller and you're like, why are they still playing young kids? Like, they obviously look like young adults at this point in time. I want to hear what you guys' thoughts are down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you liked the video, leave a dislike if you did not, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care now. Bye.